5 ways digestive problems could be totally screwing with your weight. When everything is flowing smoothly, life is good. And we're not just talking good hair days or a flawless presentation at work. Your digestive tract counts too. But when it's out of whack, it could affect, you guessed it, the scale. Gastrointestinal and digestive issues can definitely have a large effect on the way we eat and how our bodies absorb and digest foods, causing us to gain or lose weight. Most digestive problems tend to cause weight loss from poor absorption of food, but there are a few situations in which our intestinal health can contribute to weight gain. If the number on the scale is changing and you really aren't sure why, one of these common digestive issues could be the culprit. 1. Acid reflux disease. Also known as gastroesophageal reflux disease (GERD), this causes a painful burning sensation, or heartburn, in the lower chest when stomach acid rises back up into your esophagus. And for people who suffer from it, the term comfort food takes on a whole new meaning because the act of eating can actually help reduce pain. Eating provides temporary relief because both the food you're eating, and the saliva from actually chewing that food, neutralizes acid. The only problem? Once the food's been digested, all the symptoms, bloating, nausea, and hiccups that won't disappear, tend to come back, and they're usually more aggressive because of rebound acid production. But because people want help, it's easy to get sucked into a dangerous cycle of overeating that leads to weight gain. 2. Ulcers. These uncomfortable sores, also known as duodenal ulcers, usually develop in the lining of the stomach or small intestine, and it's usually because of too much acid production. And just like with GERD, eating food can improve the painful symptoms, including bloat and constant nausea, because it temporarily coats the ulcer with a protective lining and neutralizes the stomach acid. And, to restate the obvious, if you're eating more frequently, those excess calories can lead to weight gain. 3. Constipation. When you're stopped up, that weighed down feeling you get could be weight gain. But there's good news, your body isn't actually absorbing more calories, so it's not true weight gain so much as it is extra fecal matter, which is what could be adding a few pounds to the scale. Not to mention that constipation itself doesn't exactly give us the motivation to hit the gym and crush a workout. Rather, it's way more likely that you're feeling sluggish and heavy, and the couch is calling your name. 4. Bacteria overgrowth. Bear with us, this one isn't quite as gross as it sounds. Basically, your bowel contains both good and bad bacteria, and research shows that the good kind plays a crucial role in your overall health by reducing inflammation and keeping your weight in check. The problem occurs when the amount of bacteria increases, or when the type of bacteria gets thrown off balance. For optimal health, it's best to think of it like a seesaw, best when the good and bad is totally balanced. When that happens, what's known as small intestinal bacterial overgrowth (SIBO) can occur, and it can cause weight gain in 2 ways. First, the bacteria could produce methane gas, which slows down the overall function of the small intestine, allowing the intestinal villi, small, finger-like projections in the lining of your intestine, to absorb more calories per bite, in other words, the exact opposite of what you want to happen. Second, SIBO can slow down metabolism and affect your insulin and leptin resistance, both of which help regulate hunger and satiety. As a result, you're likely to crave carbs and probably won't feel full after eating, even if it's a fully satisfying meal. 5. Food intolerance. If you've noticed your body is easily irritated by certain foods, there's a good chance you have a food intolerance. Different from a food allergy, which is an immune system response, food intolerance affects the digestive system, making it hard to digest and break down certain foods, the most common being dairy. Those with a food intolerance often experience gas, cramps, and bloating, making it feel like they're gaining weight. Depending on how severe the food intolerance is, they might also experience diarrhea.